All right, so we're just about to start a session. I'm not too sure what number it is, but it's with Evon and her 14-month-old German Shepherd, Echo. So Echo used to be pretty reactive to other dogs, very unsocial or antisocial, and just obviously didn't know how to act around dogs. And every dog he did see, he wanted to bark and carry on, and who knows what else if he got a little bit closer. But now he's starting to be really socially neutral and socially acceptable in situations. Evon's really starting to get on top of his obedience training as well. Oh, hey dude, he's just following me around. So it's always exciting to see these guys when they rock up because Evon is super keen, and I love working with her and her dog, and every time I see her, the results just get better and better. So stand by and check it out. Do ya? Just have a seat. Yes. Make sure you got a loose lead.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Just walk around him. Just keep warning him. Good boy. Two hands and three.
Okay.
Put him in drop.
Drop.
Now step away from him. Even drop the lead. Just walk around him. Keep going. Yep. So give him a bit of time in this.
Okay, yep.
You're gonna be famous. All right, so make your way back in. All right, grab your lead and then free.
Okay. So look, we're going to shake hands. Mums and I are buddies. We're going to do this together. Ready? Okay. This way. Okay.
Do a demonstration of what you've been practicing.
We won't do anything right now then. Pressure.
All right,
Okay, what are we doing?
you just make it up. I just want to see what you're doing. Yep, just do a little routine.
Okay. Yep. Right. Sit. Heel. Good boy. Stand. Heel. Good boy. Heel. Good boy. Heel. Keep going.
Yeah, yep, just a couple more.
Drop. Drop. Stand.
Finish, you can finish.
Okay, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Let's show you the arm that we do.
Now go the other way. Come back around. So dog to dog.
Real close, real close to the pool.
Heaps of praise, heaps of praise.
Good boy, good boy, good boy.
Heaps of pats, 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 pats. Good.
Good
Awesome.
boy, good boy. He's a dog. We don't stop dogs out of this. They don't even want to make anything in the husband. Good boy.
Mark.
Good boy. You were running before. Heel.
Mark. So when you're ready, just use your lure, heel, back into that position. Mark.
Okay.
When you're ready,
Heel.
yes.
Finish.
Mark.
Good boy.
Here you go.
Sit. Stand. Drop. Sit. Stand. Stand.
Mark.
Yes. Okay. You can't get inside it. See? Stay there.
Go backwards. Now forwards. Backwards. Hand down a little bit lower. There we go. Alright, Mark. Good boy. Yep. Alright. Forwards. Mark. Good. Mark. Back. Down. Out. Back. Good. Right, sorry. Out. Heel. Center. Heel. Good. Back. Down.
a German Shepherd, a man-eating dog. You're going to have a little water bottle? Come on.
Yeah, Harley. Can you do better than that, Harley? Make sure he's eating it, trying to get it the whole time. What's he got here? What's he got here? What's food?
Liver.
Oh, look at that.
Liver.
100% goodness.
See,
Luckiest dog in the world.
See? He says, I've got two of them at home. We love liver. I had to bring the others because I knew it was going to be hot. We will give you a big piece. I'll help you tomorrow. Come on, get a bit of watering can. Come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. Once more down and then we come back up. Come on. Okay. Bring your hand over. Bring your nose. Come on, bring your nose. Good boy. Come on. Yep. Okay, ready? Set.
Ma.
Okay. Mum promised it, so there are. There.
Lucky dog.
Drop the other bit too. Oh, yeah. Yes. This is how often I can train every day.
More?
More. We're downsizing now. There's your next bit. Yeah, we're up there, I'm saying, hiding, right next to the hiding. Some spoiled dog down there.
How's he going with the little spins?
You can do it. The lid is not big enough. It is so. Come on. Come on. Wait, come on. Hey, come on. We'll make it bigger. Hey.
Dropped it.
I know. Oh, come on, do spins. Come on. Spin. Twirl. Come on. Twirl. Come on, twirl. Twirl. Come on. Twirl. Come on. Twirl. Twirl. Yeah, come on. No, I'm not doing that for you. I'm saying empty. Come on, I'm doing this one.
You're gonna make him dizzy.
Yay! You bring it up. See how gentle he is?
Yeah, he's cute.
He's gentle. Okay? Ready? Head. Six pieces there. Ready? Okay, good boy. Come on. Don't touch. Leave. Come on. Leave. Come on. Leave. Don't touch it. Good boy. Good boy. See? How's that?
Good.
There's a liver on the floor still. Look at those. One still. Yes. Now, how's that? How's that? Just little things I do to humour myself. I've got to fill in between the
Humors me too.
I've got to fill in the 3-minute training bits. I can't train now, so I'll just
Yeah.
do this instead.
He's hungry. Look at him. He's always hungry.
Listen, we'll break it down. I know you don't give him food, but
How about you give Dude a little bit of food?
oh, all right, okay, I'll do that. Is that all right?
That's fine. Very lucky, Dude. Very lucky. I'm not sure about Harley. Maybe just because of whatever he's on.
Hello, dude. Hello. You got to do gentle. Gentle? Can you just keep flapping in it?
I don't know if he knows what gentle means.
He does. Gentle. If I do it. Gentle. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, Dad, she's right. Good. Good. What do you call it?
Heel.
Heel. That's all right, baby. Good boy. Oh, okay. Now what do you say?
Heel. Oh, yeah, yes.
Yes. I've got one more bit.
Give him a heel. Give him a...
Okay. No.
Yes.
Yes. Good boy.
You ready?
Ready?
So if I don't answer it right.
That's fine. We can edit it. All right. So, welcome to one of our VIP Master of Puppies clients.
Am I supposed to look at her or you?
No, you can look at me. That's fine. So, I'm sure all our viewers want to know who you are and who your dog is. So, let them know who you are.
Well, my name is Evon, and this is my baby, Echo, who's my baby German Shepherd. Are you turning around and looking the other way?
So, how old is he now?
19 months.
19 months, so he's doing well. So, when he first came here, what were some of the issues you were having with him?
Being very aggressive at the sight of other dogs. We couldn't even get near them.
Yep.
He just triggered as soon as he saw another dog, he was gone.
Yep.
To the point that I was getting to the stage where I didn't think I could be able to hold him much longer.
Yep. And now, how are you feeling these days?
He's a
Where
dream
are we at?
dog.
Where are we at?
A dream dog. A dream dog.
Spoiled dog.
I have got so much confidence now that I can control him. It doesn't matter what situation I'm in. I actually now look for situations just to see what level we're up to, because there's always room for improvement, but hey, if he never went any further than he is now, it's remarkable, because it was a dog that I thought I wouldn't be able to take out the yard.
Awesome. And I can definitely see the big confidence in your training and your abilities. They're getting better every single week, and so is his. Even today we had him around the other dogs and no issues.
That's right.
Not one.
No.
Not one issue today.
No,
Getting nice and close, had a little tried to have a little smell of Harley. He's doing all his obedience training around them, so we're starting to shape his behaviours for the better. You're doing a really good job.
Well, it's a pleasure to take him out, whereas before it was a case of, let's avoid every obstacle we saw or another dog coming. It was more like a nightmare walk, you know. And I just loved being with my dog, and I loved being around him. So to me, it was hurting me to take him out. And I knew my dog wanted to go out. So.
And to jog my memory, were you seeing other trainers before?
Yeah, I saw a lot of trainers before, because I've been training for years. But no one could give me the answer to what I needed to do. So I just kept looking until I found you.
How did you find us?
One of the ladies I was speaking to said, do you know that there's an army guy? No. This is how it all started. Do you want the truth?
I want the truth. I want the truth.
This is how it comes out. There was an army guy that trains dogs, and I said, where? I don't know. I've heard of him. So they said they thought I was Tweed Northern Rivers down that way. And I said, oh, okay. Do you know whereabouts? Do you know a name? No. So then I started asking people that I knew were in training, and I contacted one of my old trainers, and I said, hey, have you ever heard of this army fella? And she said, which one? And I said, apparently he trains dogs. That's all I know. So she came back to me and she said, I have heard of a place, Master of Puppies, I think it's called. No, she didn't say Master of Puppies, she's Dog of Puppies or something, she said. So then we started Googling it, and it was just, came up on Google, and then I saw boot camp, and I thought, there's no way you're taking my dog, picking it up and taking it out there, and I don't know what you're going to do. I'm very hands-on. So I wanted to come out and see what you're actually going to recommend you do to my dog, because again, he's my baby. He's not a dog. He's the fur baby, he's dressed in fur.
And same as most people with their dogs that bring their dogs out here. I mean, you buy a dog for a reason, obviously, to be part of the family and...
My companion.
Exactly right, exactly.
And because I'm an outdoor person, there's nothing better than to take a dog with you and share the pleasure.
So you're finding the training pretty good so far?
Oh, I love it.
Cool.
Can't wait for it to come around every week. And I train in between, to the point that my trainer says, I think you're overdoing it, Evon.
Tell everyone how many times a day you train.
And you're small about
What time
you asked me to lie?
What time do you get up? Don't lie. What time do you get up to training?
Well, we're playing ball in the kitchen with 21 tennis balls, but Kong balls, so they squeak and they're gentle on the teeth. Do all the homework. We're probably doing that from about 6 in the morning.
What time is your last session?
Oh, last session.
Of the day.
I have the lights on outside. Not every night. Some nights I do heed to the training of the 3 minutes here and 3 minutes there, but honestly, there's a lot of hours in the day when there's only 3 minute segments. So we develop our own play time, which involves a little bit of training. But he loves it. If he didn't like it, he wouldn't come to me and want to do it.
Exactly.
So he bounces off me, I bounce off him. We go to the park. We run around in the park. We do probably 3,000 steps in the park at the time. Just a small little walk.
So I've had to tell her to ease up on her dog's training because I recommend to everyone to do 3 to 5 minute sessions.
It sucks.
As many as you want throughout the day. But she likes to keep pushing the boundaries and just keep pushing it out of her dog. But what happens if you keep pushing that? If you go too far.
I don't push him. If he comes and wants to train, we train together.
Yep.
But when I do see the level of that training go flat,
Yeah,
I know he's had enough.
Exactly.
So then I back off and say, right, rest time.
Yep.
Let's go for a swim or let's do something like that. I do give him some pleasure.
Yep. Oh, definitely. He gets lots of pleasure, trust me. You see all those livers he just ate?
Or he gets a brisket bone, or we just veg out together. We just lay down and he just lays on me.
So he used to be a bit of a bigger boy too, didn't he?
He did. He used to be 42, nearly 43 kilos.
What have we got him at now?
37.6.
Yep.
Because he was.
How are you feeling he's with his weight now?
Oh, he's got more enthusiasm for training,
Yep.
and more enthusiasm just to get up. I memean, he sees me with joggers in my feet and he's there. I mean, he's sitting on the lounge while I'm putting shoes on. Yes, Mum, yes, let's go. So I look at it that he guides me on how much training he needs, because it's all right for Will to tell me, but Will doesn't know my dog like I do, and I feel my dog knows himself. So when he's there saying, come on, let's go, Mum, let's go, he's out the door, I know he wants to do something.
Yep.
Now, when I take a ball out, if he wants to play ball, well, he's up in the air or he's chasing it. If he just leaves it and walks away, he tells me he's had enough.
Yep.
So I'm guided by him to a degree too. I do listen to him.
And that's good that you're able to read your dog as well.
It's so important, Will, because it's all about him.
One last question. What advice would you give to someone wanting to get a German Shepherd that's never had one before?
Do your homework. Find out what a German Shepherd is, because they're like no other dog. They are a breed of their own. They demand a lot of attention. So people tell me, I give mine attention and I don't know I'm giving it. But you want the truth?
I do.
But that they are a dog that needs companionship. They are a dog that needs a lot of exercise, and they are a dog that wants to be with you. I think if I went to work and left him all day, I think he'd just sulk, because he wants the companionship. He loves you playing with him. He loves you roughing his fur up. He just wants to be with you. That's my idea of a shepherd. And that's why I love a shepherd, because I think, there's one other one, not too bad. Harley, it's not you.
Don't tell Bree.
Harley, it's not you, sorry.
Well, we've finished off a good session.
I think it's a fantastic session.
You're doing great. You're just pushing the boundaries all the time. Your dog's meeting all the expectations, and so are you.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Thanks, Will. But,
very happy.
I just love the challenge of it all, because I believe your dog will do anything you want it to do if you treat it right.
Exactly.
It gets back to you treat your dog right and he will respond.
Yep.
And I don't care whether it's just making him do a sit or whether it's doing the cartwheels.
Yep. Well, he's definitely come a very, very long way.
You must see a difference from that first take over there.
Yes, very much so. And so does a lot of people that have seen that video.
Oh,
It's had many, many views.
I watch it myself, I don't know. I think, was that really what I was trying to, train?
Yeah.
Because he was like a wild dog. I don't know what a wild dog is, but it sure felt like it when I was holding him on that seat. Because I was waiting for my bum to go on the floor. I really did. And that was just the dog walking through the door. So you can imagine me down the park.
Yep.
He saw another dog.
Yep.
I had rope burns in the hands because I was trying to hold him,
Yep.
and I was just getting to the stage I couldn't hold him. Well, I didn't let him go, don't get me wrong, because there was no way I was going to let him go. But I was wrapping it around my waist, and I was standing on it. I was doing everything to try and just hold him, and people looked like you had some sort of a monster dog. No, it wasn't funny.
I get it, because we see a lot of German Shepherds coming here and people doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. And because, I've lost over 20 kilos now in weight, I'm getting lighter, so he was getting stronger.
Yep.
And I thought, I'm going to go on my face. I nearly went on my face twice. No, all joking aside. And I was just, what am I going to do? because I'm not going to lock him up in the yard, because that's cruel. And I'd never part with him, because he's part of me, he's in my heart. So there was no, I had to keep hunting for an alternative. I've been hunting for probably, well, his whole life. Because he was a beautiful little puppy. And because of COVID, he became, I can lead. I know I'm the boss. I know what I can do and what I can't do. Don't you try and tell me. And I was letting him because I thought it was funny. I think that's the pitfall you fall into with these puppies. You let them take over and you think it's fun and but that won't hurt. But at the same time, he's mentally growing in his brain that I'm the boss now. And then when you try to bring it back,
what do I always say that's lacking in these relationships?
Leadership, respect, and trust.
Bang, you're all over it. Leadership, respect, and trust are the big ones that I say to every single person, and we can see it when every single dog comes in with their owner, when they've come in fresh for their new sessions. And that's exactly what was happening at the start. No proper leadership, no respect from the dog to you, and no trust as well. And we're very much starting to build that. You can see it.
Remember when you came out and you met us and he barked at you and you said, bad manners, no manners. Oh my God, we haven't even made it in the building yet.
And that wasn't to the dog.
That's right. So that sort of put me in my place. I thought, we can only go up now. We can't go any further down. No, we're joking aside. But you opened my eyes up to just how bad he was. I knew it in my heart, but I didn't recognise it. And then when you showed me in the first session, there's no leadership here. You're not controlling your dog. I'm holding the lead. So, it was me learning, me learning a new way of training. Even though I've been training dogs all my life, it's a different type of training. And I believe every dog has a different way of training. And you've got to find that your dog responds to. Exactly. And because I was doing the gentle approach training, he just walked all over the top of that too.
So positive only force-free training.
So it's paid off tenfold. And I'm just so pleased because I can see now that how people could fall into a pitfall of coming 2 or 3 times and think, my dog's fixed, and back away from it, and your dog would go back to the old behaviour. By me coming all the time, not that I live here, but by coming, I can see how my dog is growing. And now, look at the end result I'm getting. And we're not there yet, but you can see the difference.
Definitely well on our way.
By putting that repetition of training in and keeping that upper hand, I suppose you would say. Because you've taught me that, he's got to trust me. I've got to respect him and he respects me. That we're a team now, rather than 2 mules pulling in the opposite direction.
Exactly.
That's how I see it.
Well, you're definitely heading both in the same direction now, which is awesome to see. It's only getting better and better.
Which brings it back into a 3-letter word. It's now fun.
Yes, exactly. It gets more fun.
It's all fun.
It gets way more fun. Obviously, at the start of the training, it is hard because you're trying to control some of his behavioural issues that he's had. You're trying to go through the basics of obedience, which can be tough as well. And I can see why people sort of get bored of the basics. But once your dog understands the basics, and so do you, and you know what you have to do, you have the skills, then everything becomes easier, then it becomes more fun, and like we're doing with middles, heels, finishes, backwards, the endless of what you can do,
I think it's you getting an understanding of how important the basics are. Because you think, once I've done the basics half a dozen times, I know it. Why are we not doing anything more? But you've got to get that foundation. You've got to build that foundation and consolidate it. You've got to make sure that it's in your dog's head and your head. That we can't grow until you master this.
And like you've found out, not everything can just be positive reinforcement only. Without going too far into it, we're using the way of dogs learn called operant conditioning, which we've sort of talked about. I'll try not to go too in depth with it. But it's obviously a way of dogs learn, and we're using all 4 quadrants of the operant conditioning way, which is shown us dividends at the end, and we've got really good rewards of reaping the benefits from it now.
That's right.
Positive only training is good. We do a lot of that, as you've seen, like we've been doing
Yeah.
heaps of it before, and that's generally the fundamentals of how you teach a dog to do something. But then adding little bits of pressure here and there by guiding the dog into positions like we were doing before,
Yeah.
and even corrections if he shows unacceptable behaviour, I strongly think that they should be in every dog's life.
And I think that's the key, the positive training. Because when I first started out, I was taking him down the park and he was going crazy, and I'm saying, "Good boy." And people were looking at me like I was had 6 heads. Are you for real, lady?
Yeah.
And that's what they were looking at me, and they were treating me, you need to call the pound and, get him committed, sort of thing. And I'm saying, good boy, and they're looking at me, do you really know what you're doing? I had one man say to me, you're not training him properly. I copped a lot of slack in the beginning because people didn't understand, and they were ignorant to it and didn't want to know about it.
Yeah.
I tried to explain to a couple of people, they were looking at me and, and once I did, the circle, he was a different dog, and they said, and, I've had people now come up to me and say, is that really the same dog you had? And I said, yes, it's the same dog.
Yeah.
And they said, gee, you've come a long way with him. I only had people say that to me through the week.
Yeah, good.
Is that the same dog? They thought I must have traded him in. I think he's
Got a house full of German Shepherds.
he's here for life, and he's my one. So I think that's something people have got to learn, that it is positive training, but it is that positive training that works.
It's with
Positive,
the opposite
negative.
conditioning, it's just
Yeah,
that one
yeah.
side of it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And again, it doesn't, for 99% of the dogs that come in here, positive only is not going to work,
No.
especially with behavioural issues.
Yeah.
I've never, in my experience working with dogs, never seen positive only training get on top of behavioural issues, ever. Especially dogs like yours at the start, that was having a go at other dogs, or especially a lot of other dogs that we work with, that are very reactive and some even aggressive, trying to put food in front of their face when there's another dog around, not to do anything.
That's
No
right.
matter how much marker training that you've done. And over the years, the amount of times I've heard, just take your dog to the industrial area and walk your dog for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then easing back into that situation. That's just mind blowing to me. Or the amount of dogs that are on medications, because I'm not going to badmouth the vets or anything like that, but I find a lot of those guys are very quick to just chuck drugs at their dogs without sending them to a dog trainer. And I'm definitely not badmouthing them, because I've got a fair few vets that are friends of mine, and I've trained a lot here as well.
Yeah.
Right, and they love this training method, and they definitely have got the benefits out of it. So again, the amount of dogs we've got off drugs, it's ridiculous, and it's a weekly occurrence.
Oh, I got asked if I want to put him on drugs.
Well, there you go.
There
you go.
And I said no.
Yeah.
I'm not going to affect his brain, because I said there is nothing wrong with my dog.
Yep.
It's just that somehow his brain has got mixed up on who's the leader,
Yep.
who's in control. It's a process by elimination. It's a process of just trying. People said to me, you should be belting him. You should be doing, losing your temper. Why don't you lose your temper with him? And I won't. If I'm going to lose my temper, I walk away.
Yep.
I won't lose my temper.
And as you found out with this training method, we want to try and take all the emotions out of it,
Yes.
especially when we have to correct a dog. But obviously, when we're doing our positive and our praise, and we're using as much animation with our body and our praise as we can to give them that reward and teach them they are doing the right thing, not always just throwing food at them.
Yeah. I find the best way I know that he's happy with what he's doing, and when I'm doing the right training, is the tail scales. I love seeing that tail.
Yeah.
Because that shows me he's happy.
Yeah.
And isn't that what it's all about?
Exactly right.
Happiness, fun,
Well,
and enjoy.
I'm happy that you're happy.
Well, I'm over the moon, so I'm right.
All right. Well, thanks for coming again, and we'll see you next week.
Next week, yep.
Sweet.
Same time, same
Yeah.
place. Okay.